see this cute little fella right here?
Yep.
What does he resemble to you? A curious fox? A
Yep.
soft, cuddly otter?
Yep,
A
all of
friendly
that.
ferret? Believe it or not, that's what I thought too. But man, oh man, I was terribly wrong.
Oh, wow. What do we have here, man? What is this page called? What is this? This is called, this says, that's why everyone is afraid of these small predators. Wild Verses is what this page is called. Looks like that might be a honey badger or something like that. I don't know. We'll see, man. We got on here, what we have here, I asked, is we got funny people and we got hot topics and just cool stuff to look at, man. This is Krizz Kaliko Reacts. Come on.
King, I am the king of the world.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe, guys, if you have not already subscribed. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're going to look at a lot of really cool stuff on here. And this says, that's why everyone is afraid of small predators. Yep. Wild Verses is a channel.
The pine marten is in fact a cat-sized member of the weasel family. Dark brown fur envelops its long body, except for a large, creamy white patch at the throat. It feeds on small rodents, birds, eggs, insects, and fruit. So for them to attack these big wild animals makes no sense, since they're not food for them.
Huh.
Take a look at this insane moment captured.
Oh, wow.
A marten gives a small deer, known as the muntjac, a run for his money. Well, the run isn't successful. The two duel in a head-to-head combat, and perhaps the deer thinks he's got the upper hand. But what starts as a playful-looking fight ends gruesomely. These martens really have no shame.
Wow, that must kill the
look
little
at
deer.
this. That's a wee baby elk. He's hunting. And it makes sense that the marten would go after the baby elk, because an adult elk would have completely crushed the marten, as the elk is the biggest species of the deer family, and are known to
I always wondered, was an elk a deer? So I saw it looked like a moose and a deer mixed together. I always wondered, like, what is that thing?
attack without any warning signs. The sight is distressing, as it is the painful screams of the baby elk that make it even more so a scene from a nightmare. The fact that they're in an enclosure makes it even more unlikely for the elk to make it out alive. Despite their tiny size.
Dang, what did he eat it then? Like, what? Nature is crazy. Nature is something. I respect nature. I don't play around with animals. Matter of fact, I feel like they know it. I feel like animals know it, because when I went to the gorilla cage area at the zoo, maybe because I look too much like one, they get upset when I come in there. Animals kind of run from me, or they're like on guard because they know I don't trust them. I don't know. I don't know why.
The marten holds a significant historical value. It can be dated back to the Middle Ages that their pelts had such value that they were used as a trading good and a form of payment in Slovenia, Croatia, and Dalmatia. This is why the Croatian currency is called kuna, which is translated as, "Here is something to heal your traumatized eyes and mind." A lucky thing, as a squirrel is swift and probably is internally laughing at the marten, giving it a chase around the tree. Had the squirrel not been a fast creature by nature, he would have definitely been a goner, since martens are known to eat them as regulars. Just look at him go.
Oh wow, that was a squirrel head. I'm petrified. What? He took the head off the squirrel? This is crazy.
Go on, little guy, outrun thy enemy. Though I wonder if by a stroke of luck, this marten really just wants to play. Who knows? Maybe some of them are not so evil. Back to another
They're like
episode
cute.
of Nature is Scary and Oh God, make it stop! Pine martens are omnivores and have a diet that varies. They'll eat small animals such as rabbits, insects, and squirrels. A bunny that resembles Snow was grateful for its fur that helps him hide from his predators. But it is not so lucky once after being spotted by this pine marten. The onlookers can only witness the horrific scene as the marten drags the bunny off the deep snowed path. This whole scene that you just witnessed happened to be for dinner time, as hare just so happens to be a rodent that the marten loves to gobble up.
Dang, and it's like bigger.
Seems like there's no such...
The rabbit's like bigger than that thing. Why is this thing so vicious like this? This is crazy.
...is a safe hiding spot when it comes to the marten and is starting to feel like a true horror movie in the jungle, thanks to this cat-sized foe. He comes out of nowhere from the forest and seems like he knows exactly where to look. He swiftly climbs up a wooden box mounted on a tree that seems to be a birdhouse and whips out its next meal. This squirrel hunter, however, plays a crucial role. As with all nature, the pine marten plays its part in the complex ecology of the forest. The pine marten is specifically credited with reducing the population of the invasive gray squirrel, which is the one you see in this video, which has historically pushed out native red squirrels. The theory
I
is
can't
that
never
the
tell the difference between what squirrel is what. They all look the same to me.
gray squirrel is clumsier and heavier than the red squirrel and spends more time on the ground, making it an easier prey for the martens, essentially becoming a sacrifice so that the red squirrel population thrives. It is a bloody and gruesome sight as the squirrel is dragged away lifelessly with blood dripping down the wooden box. As scary as they are in the jungle for many creatures, when it comes to humans, all they can do is run. In fact,
I'm about to say, now they might be as vicious of a predator as they want to, but when they come in contact with a human, that's probably where it would stop, I would say.
they aren't the easiest animal to be spotted by humans. They're so elusive that they're often only observed and studied via footprints, droppings, and bits of lost fur than by direct sightings. They're mostly nocturnal, although they do come out during the day in summer. But that doesn't mean they aren't feisty when they come in contact with humans. After invading a football game, the marten runs across freely until a football player gives him a chase. He picks up the seemingly nimble and sweet-looking animal, but is given a shock when it turns in his hand and gives him a painful bite.
I bet.
The player yelps in pain, visibly sounding out the hurt, but manages to not let go of the marten. All living beings, beware of the marten. The 3-year-old
Dang,
panda
I ain't never even heard of this thing. Isn't it crazy there's so many vicious animals in nature that we maybe not have even heard of? Y'all might have heard of this. We haven't even heard of, and they're out here like killing animals, eating fruit, and biting soccer players. You know
named
what I'm saying?
Ping Ping by medics, was terribly wounded in an attack by martens. He was spotted by rangers on a nature reserve in China's southwestern Sichuan province. They found him hiding scared and in pain in a cave, tending to his wounds. His abdomen was horrifically injured, exposing his intestines, which were infected. He was taken to the nearby city of Chengdu, where he went through a blood transfusion and several hours of surgery. But alas, he succumbed to his gruesome injuries. Since this giant panda was in no way or form a snack for the martens, just what was the motive behind this gruesome attack? It really does seem like the martens do this as some sort of sick sport. And in fact, this news report from 2016 noted this behavior as well. Lambs have
maybe they're like sharpening their hunting skills and fighting skills when they go against a
killed in
bigger
Westmeath,
animal.
Longford, Cavan, and Leitrim by the pine marten, and they seem to be killing them for sport. They just bore a hole in the lamb's neck. It's a very prominent puncture mark, and just left it like that. And it really makes you wonder, just what the actual fresh hell do these martens think they're doing?
What the actual fresh hell? I'm still in that saying. I absolutely love that. What in the actual fresh hell is going on?
It's a major concern. Langurs are known as the monkeys who have such gracious behavior with human beings that it can be hard to tell them apart from a human interacting with another human or a langur. Oftentimes when we see these kinds of videos where an animal is attacking another animal, we can't help but scream at the screen and tell the people in the video to intervene. But the truth is, it is the circle of life, and human intervention can cause a huge gap in the chain with one single disruption. So, when we see a monkey being apparently mauled by a pine marten, the only thing we can do is to just do nothing.
2 of them.
The monkey tries to shake off the attack, but is soon tired out. Eventually, another marten joins the attack, as the two now drag the monkey along. However, the primate still has some energy left in him, as you can see him fighting till the end, trying to make it stop. It is now a super disturbing scene, as the onlookers remain confined to their cars.
And how do they know to go for the neck to actually kill an animal? To actually kill
and hit the bell
animal?
icon so that you may never miss a video.
Crazy, man. I mean, nature can be beautiful, but this is not the beautiful part of nature. This is actually the scariest part of nature, man. And why I live and stay in the Midwest. There are some animals here, but there's not like a lot of mountain lions and crazy stuff. Although there's wolves and there's wolves and coyotes and stuff here. But nature can be crazy, y'all. Y'all be careful out there. You might run into one of these pine martens. Very interesting animal to look at, y'all. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we'll look at some more stuff like this, guys. A lot of funny people, some comedy, hot topics, and cool stuff like this here right on Krizz Kaliko Reacts. Cali, baby. See you, bye.
Whose house?